introduce ourselves, and with you today, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
The latest show to hit the streets, and by the latest, I mean we're about a month and a half to 2 months late on this shit, but we're here now. Take it or leave it. We're going to talk about the hit that shattered the planet for about a week and a half, and no one talks about it again. Beef! Starring Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong.
Yes.
Hey, got that shit correcto.
Congratulations.
Tristan, I would like to hear your 1 cent review for Beef.
I feel like I was lied to because I was told that this was supposed to be like super duper uncomfortable, and I was not as uncomfortable as I expected to be.
It says a lot about your life, and I appreciate that.
I think it does, yeah.
Like, congrats.
Eli, Beef?
This was absolutely nothing like what I had in mind. I actually had nothing in mind for this, but this is nothing like what I had in mind, but I did really appreciate it.
I think this is some of the best writing I've ever seen in television.
It's very good writing.
Now, does that mean it's entertaining? We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is a very... I know you said it wasn't for you, Tristan, but I think if you can relate to some of the shit that's happening, this is very uncomfortable and triggering to watch.
And it's not like I don't understand what they were going for. Like, I get why I feel like I can understand why this is uncomfortable and hard to deal with, but like as someone who has not been in any sort of position like that, it just doesn't. I can't feel that the same way.
That's
sense.
Why it's not as uncomfortable to you. When you have direct connections or similar feelings to these things that are occurring on screen with this show, it's gonna fucking feel uncomfortable because it's gonna start opening up shit that you have in your brain that you don't necessarily want to think about. I know for me, a lot of that happened with Danny specifically. There was a lot of shit that he was going through. I was like, fuck. There's a lot of relatability to it. Obviously, I'm not road raging and trying to crash and blow up people, but like certain character traits and things like that is what I meant.
I did appreciate that we got 10 episodes in the entire plot based off one petty like road rage incident, because I myself am a petty road rager, so...
You would have been honking in that parking lot going crazy?
No, nothing like that, but I definitely would have been the person to flip somebody off.
And then you would have got chased?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I can't believe Stephen Yeun bought all these Gilbert Arenases, bro, in the very beginning. Trying to return all of them. You know, all these hibachis. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, all right.
But man,
Kinda
the first
crazy.
scene right away. What?
No, I was going to jump further, but I was going to say it's crazy knowing now what he bought those for.
So yeah, this is my second time watching it for the show, and that's the first note I had when he was trying to return those. I was like, yeah, he the fact that he got all those to kill himself, and the dude says it's like the 4th time you've done this. I'm like, fuck. Like,
yeah. My thing was, what my brain jumped to is like he was buying them all, trying to sell them for more, and then returned them when he couldn't get his money back. Like, that's what I thought he was doing.
That's
so
what
when
I
he said
thought
that
too.
later, I was like, oh shit.
y'all ever seen someone do the old scam where you buy something on sale and then you come back and you say, yeah, I lost the receipt, and you try to get it back for like full price?
Yeah, I had to deal with that multiple times as an employee.
Well, that's because stores are smart with that now, and they say, oh, you don't have a receipt, it's last sale price.
Yeah.
That you get the money back for. At least some stores do that. I don't know if that's true for everywhere, but they're like, oh, you don't have the receipt, it's last sale price that you get money back for. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Man, I used to hear about people doing that. That game used to be crazy. I thought that's what he was doing on first watch. I thought he was trying to hit one of those kind of licks, but that scam don't work no more in 2023. That shit ain't worked since the 2000s.
I was gonna say
that one they caught on quick to that one. People try to blow it up too much. Can't return 36 TVs, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
But the first scene, it's instantly relatable. When like, you get so angry and fed up and fucking upset that you want to scream, you want to punch, but you can't, so you just silently like just like, "Ugh," you know what I mean? And you're just like, like that. That one was like instant like relatability, because I've been there plenty of times where you want to get angry, you want to get loud, you want to scream, you want to hit something, but you know it's not gonna end up positive. You know you're just gonna look ridiculous doing it, so you have to sit there and just stew in your anger. Did that hit for any of you guys at all?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very excessively angry, so stewing in it is usually a good bet for myself, so I related to that.
Yeah, Tristan, did you not? You don't do that, so you didn't.
Didn't hit quite the same, but I understood that one. Like, just sit there.
I'm not asking if you understood it. Okay,
No,
I said, did you feel it?
No, no.
Okay. See, this is why I think it's gonna happen a lot through this. I'm gonna tell you some things I related to, and why it made it hard for me to watch. You're gonna be like, I understand, but I'm not. I understand. Anyone can understand that. You can see a situation. It's different to have been in there and feel that shit directly, you know. And that's why I think the writing's so excellent for this, is because it's relatable to those kind of people. So he got into beef with this chick, Ali Wong. They're getting into road rage. He tries to kill her. She tries to kill him, back into his car and kill him, but she was just playing chicken, skirts away. At this point, where you guys like, oh, this ain't gonna be a funny series. So I think when I saw a trailer, I was like, oh, it's gonna be funny, like dark comedy. This was a whole different animal. What did you guys think on that first impression of that?
I had no idea what I was walking into. I didn't watch the trailer, so I don't know nothing about it, but I definitely didn't think it was going to be funny after that. I was like, oh, this is just going to be... I thought it was going to be like separate episodes of Danny getting into beef with random people, instead of one overarching plot that took 10 episodes. But that being said, I think... I don't know what I expected, but I did like it.
How'd you guys feel about the scene with Amy and the gun?
That one was quite uncomfortable.
See, I didn't write it down. I just got rid of it from my memory, and then you brought it up, and now I remember. I remember now.
Yeah, it's in my notes, so I had to bring it up, of course. This is actually very important for a characterization later.
I more so enjoyed the pissing on the bathroom floor.
The sequel to this.
So that was sweet. I don't know. Like I said, it's just the biggest game of pettiness ever, just trying to one-up each other, and I can appreciate it, being somewhat petty myself.
Yeah.
That scene where Danny's sprinting away and she's chasing him, cinema gold. Fucking hilarious.
Oh my God,
you see him run away smiling after pissing. She's like,
after just
you motherfucker.
Dude, that's the thing. The husband coming home too and just being like, oh, maybe, he just has bladder problems, it's okay. I was like, dude, like, I wrote later too. I was like, he's the most oblivious character ever
was such
written.
A mark.
Like, there's no way he's so stupid. Later, he turns it around a little bit, but he's so toxically positive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, you can tell that he's never really had a trouble in his life, so he don't get it. He's just like, I just do yoga and bike everywhere. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I gotta kill him. It is what it is.
That's what was funny, is he was actually a solid character too.
Yeah.
Likable or just...
I liked him. I don't think he had much development. I liked him as a character, though.
I did not.
I don't know if I liked him, to be honest. Like, he wasn't...
I don't know.
He didn't annoy me all the time. Yeah, he definitely did feel that way.
I think he got screwed over most of the show, and yet was still very positive, and it was a positive light in a very, very negative show where every single character was somewhat negative except for him, so it was a good, like, counterbalance to that, and that's why I enjoyed it.
I felt he was doing more of the screwing over.
Yeah, I'm with Reek on this one a little bit. It was some toxic positivity for sure. I don't know, man.
I feel like, if he had sold the chair earlier, wasn't trying to, fuck his wife's coworker or, employee.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that wouldn't happen. Episode 2, Isaac. How'd you guys feel about Isaac early in this show?
Well, at first I was like, sure, dude, that's That's whatever.
Eli?
He was the exact character I thought he'd be throughout the entire show.
Yeah,
Sniff that shit out instantly.
that
I was like,
did
oh,
it.
Dude, it was
That did
so
happen,
obvious.
too.
Yeah, his arc went exactly how I thought it would, except for the end when he didn't end up ever killing Danny. I thought he was gonna
kill Danny.
I thought he was gonna fucking come guns blazing, at least try a little harder to kill Danny.
Right when he came out of prison.
Yeah, no, I thought he was
Yeah.
coming on the loose, and I was, again, nothing surprised me up until that with him.
They
He's
are
about to be-
who we thought they were.
He's gonna be a pit bull off the chain on Danny. Danny's about to start running.
This damn Puerto Rican's gonna kill me.
It was the Philippines.
Filipinos, that's what it was. The Filipinos are gonna kill me.
Yeah, it was because it was a different Asian group than he's a part
That's
of.
right. That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah. Paul, the brother. The oblivious younger brother.
Oh, he
The
was
worst
not a
character?
good character.
The
Not
worst?
the worst character. Not the worst. Not the worst. Second worst.
There's Isaac.
Yeah, I liked
the worst.
Isaac more than Paul.
Isaac wasn't
What?
like, okay, Isaac was very predictable, but that doesn't mean he was a bad character.
Least
Isaac did
enjoyable.
exactly what. See, I enjoyed Isaac. I
I
enjoyed
enjoyed
his
Isaac more than
character.
Paul.
I
I like
enjoyed
his
him.
stupidity.
Like
I didn't. I don't like stupid characters.
Paul pissed me off.
Yeah,
you didn't
Paul
even
was
like the
very
development
annoying.
later on that Paul wasn't just a fucking fuck up idiot.
I appreciated that. I did.
Okay.
I liked that at the end a little bit in the last episode, but Paul annoyed me for most of this
Yeah,
series.
Danny kind of fucked over Paul, to be honest. But Paul fucked over
Kinda.
Danny for the other 9 episodes. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of fucked over each other. But that being said, Isaac served his purpose exactly like I said, how I thought he would, and it served a good purpose. So that's why I enjoyed his character. I also really liked his actor, and I felt he delivered what he could, like what he should have for that role, and I thought that was really good.
Oh, he nailed it. Absolutely 100%.
But yeah, the
agree.
only one that was worse than Paul was Amy. So
Oh gosh.
Ooh, wow.
So okay, no. Now, all right. I don't know. I don't know if I fully agree with you or not, Eli, because I hated her. I hated her.
yeah.
Great job. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to hate her as much as I did, but I could not stand her every time she was on my screen.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
So shout out to Ali Wong for absolutely nailing it, because there's been
Shout
very
out to
few
her
characters.
for being hateable.
There's been very few characters that I have disliked as much as Amy.
That's
Just want to
crazy.
put this out there because you guys gave Isaac's actor some praise. He's a little sussy, so be careful with what you say.
Fuck
What do you
that
mean
guy.
he's a little
Fuck that
sussy?
guy, dude.
What'd he do?
He had a story he told on a podcast that sounded like he raped someone.
Jeez.
So honestly, he delivered very poorly in this show. He was probably my least favorite character. His actor is so shit.
Now, he claimed
better.
that it was a joke story. But I
Joke
don't
story?
know why you make a
That's
joke story
terrible-
about raping
Oh
someone.
my
That's
gosh.
awful. Holy shit. Why'd you have to tell me? Well, maybe you should have told me this earlier before
Yeah,
I gave
for
him
real.
praise.
I
What the
was trying
fuck?
to, but you guys kept going.
I'm sorry, dude.
I didn't find a place to interject until you guys were done.
The worst part of it, too, that doesn't even surprise me about his character either.
No, it doesn't. He just looked like that kind of
So-
dude.
I just thought the information should be out in the air just in case,
Well, thank you, and I apologize for my statements from
It
earlier.
doesn't take away from how he performed, but it's context, It's like how Chris Benoit was a good wrestler. Not the kind of guy you want to see anywhere else.
Why would you
I don't
use
even
that
know
I'm just
comparison?
I'm providing a simile.
That's not on the same level.
Yes, it is. Huh?
It is not. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, not even gonna go there. We'll talk off air.
OJ was a great running back.
He was. He really was. 2K yards. 2K.
Not a guy
so-
that you want to fuck around with his wife, though. All right, so moving on.
So yeah, Amy tried to catfish Danny, ends up accidentally catfishing Paul. That she's a fallen for Paul, kinda. I think she just enjoys the attention he gives her.
Absolutely, that's what it is. Because she's a weirdo.
Yeah, and then Paul, being the weirdo he is, pulls up to her work.
Oh my
looking
gosh.
for her. Then he tells her, and then he kisses her, and I'm like, Paul, you a weird motherfucker.
Super weird.
You are a different kind of motherfucker. And then we get the leak of, not the leak, but the scene, also uncomfortable scene of George jerking off in the bathroom to the pictures of...
Oh my god, that was so weird.
Yeah, didn't need that one. Could have kept that.
Didn't need that, and I didn't need the over-the-top sex scene with Paul and Amy.
Oh, that is what
later,
I was gonna... That was not that much later, but I get what you're saying.
It was 2 episodes later.
But, yeah, I didn't need any of that. Didn't need any of it. Insanity.
Yes. Very insane. So, that was cool. We got the next episode, which I remember a little bit about. It's when they go to Vegas. Amy goes to Vegas for a trip. She gets her little makeover. Paul follows her. They hang out. Teaches her an armbar. That armbar comes back later to Danny's chagrin.
That was nuts right there. What happened with that?
Isaac and Danny chase after Paul because they had the materials in the whip that they had just stolen. And it did not end up well for anyone. However, they had one of my funniest lines. I don't know if this was written or not. Don't want to give credit to David Choe at all, but this was a great line. When he was reading the press conference title, he said, "Next gen, first class, future proof. Holy shit, it's the new X-Men." I lost it.
That was good. That was good.
I lost my mind, bro.
Bro,
Like,
when they're getting
the new X-Men.
when they're getting pulled out of the conference room, he's like, "Wolverine is the best X-Men."
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
It was great. That was a funny bit, and then they got arrested by the Federales. Somehow Isaac didn't go to prison despite violating his parole like 4 times over.
Right.
Who was this fucking parole officer? Helen Keller? Jesus Christ! They should have put that man back in the system.
Well, they said that he got excused for the vehicle thing because Paul stole the vehicle, and that was like his work stuff. I don't know. They lightly explained it.
Have you ever been around people who have been on parole?
Only one.
He would have been put away quick.
There was only one person I've been around that was on parole, and he was my teammate in high school.
Damn, they got him early on the game. Look, bro,
Yeah,
if you violate anything on parole, you go into back to jail. Period.
He was on junior parole, bro. What the fuck?
He had him on Weenie Hut Junior's parole.
Bro, I tell you what, we were lining up to condition one time, and he goes, "Hold on," he goes, "Coach, that's my PO right there. Can I go say what's up?" I was like, "Hey, wait a second."
Having your PO come to practice is insane.
Insane, yeah. Tell everybody it's a scout. Tell everybody it's a scout, bro.
I gotta check in my PO real quick. You gotta make sure I'm actually at practice.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Oh man. So Isaac starts to turn into the person that he actually is after that situation, where he starts, bullying Danny more, putting the squeeze on him. There's an interesting conversation that Tristan had with me outside of the podcast that I did not feel was strange at all, but he said was strange. Danny in the church. So he goes to church, they play a very gospel song, and he starts just bawling his eyes out, which, I've been there. You hear a song that really resonates with you at the right time, you just fucking lose it. I'm not bawling like that, like he was, but, definitely got teary-eyed listening to Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst a couple times. Or Count Me Out. But, Tristan, you said you had issues with this.
I don't know about issues, but that's what that stuff made me uncomfortable. Just the way that they portrayed all that, and it was somewhat. I don't want to call it propaganda, but it felt very accurate in a sense, where like the people in the church act like this is the only answer. But the problem is they didn't show any outside perspective, which made it tougher. But just him going in for the first time in who knows how long, hearing one song, which first of all, whatever with the music and the singing and stuff. Different story. Him just breaking down like that was nuts. Like it felt like he was trying to fool himself the entire time he was doing all the church stuff. That's one of the problems I had with that, is like trying to fool yourself into thinking that that's helpful, or that, that is your thing. Like, if it is your thing, then it is your thing. But if you're trying to fool yourself into thinking that, it's not going to go well. It didn't go well for different reasons in the show, but it was very uncomfortable for me.
I felt the crying was genuine, but the other stuff was definitely him trying to make a play.
Yeah,
so
the breaking down was genuine for me.
I took the crying as making a play at first. Because I mean, like you said, it was his first time there. It was the first song. I was like, what? He's trying to impress these people, like, or not impress, but like have them look at him as, oh wow, he's like, this is resonating with him. Like, he really feels our message. He can appreciate that, and that was his part of getting in, because, like I said, it was his first time. So that's how I took it, as, wow, that was a good play. He knows how to fake cry. Maybe put some of them contact drops in before he got in there, and then walked out with tears all in his eyes. But, after actually watching it, I agree with Reek, as, I think that actually resonated with him, and he actually cared, and the other stuff was making a play.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I do. It felt weird to watch him go in and just lose it within 5 minutes of him being in there. And like, I've never ever seen that in my experiences. I mean, over 20 years.
From an outside perspective, like, I feel like somebody who's, felt like they've done wrong their entire life, the first time they jump in there and hear that first song, I feel like would make more of an effect to them than, like, if they'd been there 3 times and now they start crying.
Well, that's the thing, is like they say that he like used to go. Like, he used to go to church, and then he just didn't go for a while, and now he's gone back, but now he's like, oh, this hits different. Like,
it's different when you're going for yourself versus because you're getting taken, or it's because your parents, because it's obviously that's what it was the whole time, it's for his parents. And that's a very big character trait from Danny, is that he always feels he has to please his family, loyalty to the family first. Yes. Which is one of the things that I felt was the most triggering about this show to me, is often I find myself doing the same thing where, loyalty to family first because of, arbitrary being family, when in reality you don't need to do that, especially because he was being loyal to Isaac when he probably shouldn't have been, and doing things like, I gotta be with a nice Korean girl despite him liking white chicks, but saying he doesn't, because when he was jerking off Amy's picture, who do you think she was? Thought she was Kayla, which is, the white chick. So it was a lot going on there to me, and so I thought he did it for himself this time, and so it felt different to him because he's doing something of his own volition. Yeah,
and I get that. I was not a fan of a lot of that stuff. It got me in a different way.
You also have to give you the caveat. You have a very different church experience than someone who's born again. You were kind of just put into it right away. You didn't come out of it and then go back. You know what I'm saying? No, when your life was at a low spot.
Trust me, I know.
You'd have to talk to more people who are like prisoners who come out and get born again, like that kind of shit, to see proper contextualization for that. Because from what I've heard, this happens a lot with people who are born again. Like they leave the church and they come back, or they go through a traumatic time in their life and they come, and it helps elevate them. So it's a little different, obviously. But I also am anti-church, but that's a whole other argument. I just had to throw that out there. So that happened. That begins the church arc, my favorite arc of this anime. The church resurrection plan, where he starts to steal money to get his leg up on the world. Yeah. Do you guys like the play he made? Did you feel like he was a piece of shit for doing that? What's your thoughts on that?
I didn't really think he was, too bad for that. I thought it was a play to make, and he chose to make that play. So I thought it was going to work out for him okay. Clearly I was, slightly wrong. But
I don't know. Anytime you're doing that, I definitely think it's unjust. But I mean, he's been shown to do whatever he can to get his, so it wasn't a shocker.
Fair. Yeah. So then, Danny makes a big play here. He decides that he's gonna get Isaac locked up, gonna get everything set straight, and coast, because Amy got pressured by Jordana or whatever. And this was after they tried to. Was it? Is Jordan? But I think
it's just Jordan.
Jordana.
I don't know.
Yeah,
she was bad too.
Yeah, it is Jordana.
I'm sorry. This thing who pressed her. Who pressed her was the other Asian girl.
Yeah, Naomi.
Oh, Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi. Whack as fuck as well. Naomi pressed her because she don't got nothing to do with her bitch ass life. Always be that shit. I relate to Amy. I was like, God, motherfucker, go do something with your life. Fuck off. Stop bugging me. Go do something, dumbass bitch.
Quit doing something worth being bugged over then.
Fuck that. No, people need to mind their fucking business. Okay, fuck that. Oh no, don't do no. Why the fuck do you care? Just because your life's boring and shit, don't mean you gotta come over here and try to snitch on me, asshole.
If you doing wrong things, you might need to get snitched on.
That's how you die.
If you gonna be a terrible person, you might need to be snitched on.
Don't be mad when
Amy
you're dead.
Amy was getting hers. That's all I'm saying. Amy was a terrible friend, a terrible person, and
they weren't friends.
They were kind of friends. And
they were not. She was looking for the first thing to get at Amy because she didn't like her.
No. She was trying to be Amy's friend, and Amy was being cold and just a total, absolute yes, 100%. She was calling Amy, trying to talk, trying to have legitimate conversations, ask for advice, help, stuff like that. And then Amy just was being a bitch about it, and so then she was like, well, here's this opportunity.
First off, wrong. Okay. She was trying to flex on Amy the entire time. That's all she wanted to do, was just flex her lavish lifestyle and the things she has going on in her life. She was trying to flex on Amy. Amy was not having it. Told her to go on somewhere with that bullshit. Then she started getting mad because she's like, you're not entertaining me. Because she thought Amy was one of these wives like her who just does bullshit all the time. When Amy's actually the go-getter, the hustler. And George is the one who should be asking to invite to the little fucking lunch and shit. Little brunches with the mimosas and shit. So I don't even know how you got that out.
Bro, Amy ain't that much of a hustler. She got money from her husband's mother.
And now she's paying the mother back. And the mother don't make nothing. She's stealing shit from them to get money. What's your point?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, not fully self-made, is she?
I didn't say she was self-made. I'm saying she's the breadwinner.
Well, that's one thing. But, money make money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's self-made. Trust me, I do not relate to Amy on that part. I wish I was that rich. You would not see me bitching about nothing.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty true.
What I will tell you is that, I understand why she's upset, because this little ass, lame ass bitch Naomi keep talking about, we went to Cabo. Oh, we did. I would be pissed too.
Yeah.
Like, whose side you on?
True. I can see
Naomi's
both your
side.
guys' things, but I definitely see what Reek is saying. I think that Naomi was definitely thinking that Amy was the typical housewife when she was, the one out there trying to do everything, trying to be the breadwinner the entire time, and actually had a purpose in life, whereas Naomi's just the one coasting and had nothing better to do than assault Amy, which kind of sucked because I want to hate Amy more, but in that sense, I don't.
So, but here's the thing. Like, why are we getting mad at Naomi? Naomi did all that on her own, too. She
had nothing better to do. She had nothing better to do. Like,
what do you mean, bro? How else was she living there? Did they talk about her husband at all?
Yes! The entire time! She was her brother's husband. Her wife. You didn't watch the damn show.
Her brother was married to Jordana. Or about to be married to Jordana.
No, Tristan. Jordana's brother was married to Naomi. Naomi left her brother for Jordana later.
I could have sworn that it was Jordana and Naomi's brother.
No. That was the whole point. That's why she says later, my brother's probably mad that I, this, but it was meant to be, and he was a lame ass motherfucker. That's what Jordana says later about them dating now and being married. That's what I'm saying. Naomi did nothing to make her money. She married into wealth, and then it's like, why don't I? That's why she has all the free time. She's not doing shit. That's what the whole point. So like your whole argument falls apart if you didn't know that.
Still don't hate her more than Amy.
I absolutely.
Well,
do.
no, I
that.
don't. I hate Amy just because she
Amy's the
was
worst.
on my screen more.
Amy did
Naomi
it
was
to
just
herself.
a background character.
Naomi, like, I got no problems with what Naomi did.
So you're siding with George over Amy?
George over Amy, 100%.
Yeah, I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was cheating first?
I look.
I don't care.
Like I care in a sense, but look. Hold on. Are we gonna talk about this emotional? What was the word? What was the word that he used? Emotional entanglement. You worried about that?
100%.
Okay.
Brother,
I mean,
there ain't no fucking way. If whoever I was with said I love you to another motherfucker,
Yeah, that's fucked.
that's a problem.
I 100% agree.
Way
That
more than just
being
fucking.
said, like, he's in the wrong more so for cheating first, I will say. They both did it, she more so behind his back, because he at least came clean about it and didn't have somebody else run up and have to tell him about it.
He came clean after he got caught.
Cheating's never the right answer. Cheating's never acceptable. So like I said,
don't
they're
count
both in
what
the
he did
wrong,
as
and he
cheating.
is more so.
You're tripping. You're
What?
fucking insane. You're fucking insane, dude.
I don't.
Your girl goes and tells someone I love you to another dude, and you're cool with that, but if they fuck, you got a problem.
I think those are two different things, and one of them I got more of an issue with than the other.
They're both cheating.
That's wild.
One,
Yeah.
The I love you's worse to me.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That's fair.
Because fucking
think
just means you're physically attracted.
Right.
That I love you means there's something more there.
Yeah. I'd feel more betrayed if somebody were to say, like, it was an emotional, like, escapade than just a physical one. I mean, I'm not cool with either, don't get me wrong, but I think that's more fucked up.
I'm saying I'd be more mad at Amy for what she did.
I don't agree, bro. Yeah, I don't.
Because he even said his was like a couple weeks. Like,
yeah?
No, I'm not.
That's what? That's extended period of time?
That's not that long.
How long was Amy with Paul?
One time?
Right.
2 or 3 times.
No, what?
That's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Having sex?
It was just sex the one time, but you know.
Yeah, the other time
Right, that's what I'm
kept
saying.
telling
They
him,
were
no, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Not interested in that. He kept pressing the point, and then it happened, and then they were done after that.
Well, that was on Paul for sure. Paul, screwed that up.
And he was the one pressing the point.
Yeah,
well.
it's not on the dude who is single in this situation.
No. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying Paul botched it. He could have kept it going, but he botched it.
That's not even the point I'm making. My point I'm making is that one time over an extended period of time of you getting into a relationship with this chick is totally different.
How long was she talking to Paul for, though? Like, just as long.
3 times?
It wasn't
They texted a
emotional
couple
though.
times?
It wasn't on a loving level. Like,
It was getting there.
again, none of this is cool. Again, I want to make that clear, but it wasn't on the emotional I love you level. I am emotionally interested in you outside of my romantic partner.
Ooh, I see, and we'll disagree.
Go
on
ask
that
a
one.
woman. Go ask a woman what one they would be more mad at you about. I know what answer you're getting. It's not the one you have.
Okay, that's fine. I ain't a woman.
What's that mean? Are you talking about women are dumb or something?
No, I'm saying I have a different opinion than them, and that's okay.
Yeah, the wrong one.
There is no wrong opinion.
There's-
I don't need to hear it from
Situation
you.
there.
You ain't no guru.
I don't need to be.
Then there you go.
Hey,
all right,
man.
we're way off topic, so
No, we're actually right on topic, okay? This is what people want to hear about. Danny gives that. Episode 7 is like, everything's better. Everyone's living great because of Danny snitching. Amy got away with it. Sold the company. Everyone's living great, but actually they're still miserable.
Dude, that time
Boom,
skip threw me
house
off
on
so
fire.
much. I was very confused for like
It's
the
like
first
a year,
10
basically,
minutes.
they said.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the house
everything's
goes
still
up in
dark.
flames, bro.
Yeah.
House. Dude, who'd you guys think it was at first?
Isaac.
Amy.
I never thought it was Amy. I didn't actually think Isaac at first. I thought it was Church Dude.
Really?
They just because
You
they
just thought it was
disbanded.
Church Dude?
Yeah, because the episode before he wasn't allowed in their little club, and I think
That
he
same
retaliated
episode.
because his life sucked.
It was
the same episode.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think he retaliated, one, because his wife still was in love with Danny, and two, or never got over him. What didn't say she was in love, and two, he wasn't allowed in their little clubhouse, and I think he got mad. Amy, I never saw that from her because it just didn't make sense. Isaac, I could have saw for sure, but I didn't think about that at first. So I thought it was the dude at the church.
All we saw with Amy and Danny was just things escalating. So I could have absolutely seen that happening.
No,
It's a huge
especially he was
escalation,
They were both
though.
happy. There was nothing for them to escalate to at that point.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
but
they
then
just got over.
But Paul went to her house and told George, "Hey, I banged your wife. You know, I have these texts. You know, I can prove it." And she saw that happen.
The issue with that is we see someone in the bush prior to that.
Yes, I also thought that might have been Amy.
But that was before Paul said anything.
Right, but I thought that might have been Amy just scoping out what Danny was doing.
I thought Isaac got out of prison, didn't tell anyone, was pissed at Danny, burnt his crib down. That was what I got.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. For like 2 or 3 episodes, I thought that they had killed Danny, or not Danny, Isaac.
Who did the
Really?
Filipinos?
No, I thought that Danny had killed Isaac.
What?
What?
They kept having him and Amy like flash to the little scene with the dirt and something in the dirt. I don't know what that was. I still don't know what that was. Very confused.
What are you talking about?
That happened
I don't know
multiple
what you're talking
times.
about either.
Danny and Amy both like flashed like in their head to something like it was just like a patch of dirt and there was like something in the dirt. And I didn't know exactly what it was, but it's the way that they were acting and talking about stuff. I thought in my head that they had killed Isaac.
What cut were you watching? Because I don't remember no flash into no dirt.
I don't remember that either.
It was very brief. It happened a couple times with each of them. Very confused. Because I have it in my notes, I'm pretty sure. I said, did Danny kill Isaac? And I thought that that's what had happened.
But then why'd they show the scene of Isaac in prison and Danny being like, oh no, da 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 da.
Well, yeah, after that happened after, I was like, oh, they totally killed Isaac. Because they showed Isaac in prison in episode 9. So from like...
No?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Keep this out.
Episodes
was
7 and
seven.
8. Episodes 7 and 8.
It was the end of 6 because that was the basketball game, bro. I don't know what the fuck you watched.
The end of 6 was about... Okay, yeah. But then in
And
7...
it was cutting between the basketball game and Isaac in prison.
Okay, all I'm saying, episodes 7 and 8, didn't see Isaac at all. I thought Isaac was dead.
Because he was in prison.
See, I thought that they killed him.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck you watched.
I'm just saying, I thought they killed him.
All right.
Word. But yeah, I thought it was Isaac who burnt that shit down. You were more on the money than I was with the church dude.
Well, not really. He didn't end up doing it.
He was the one in the bush, though.
Yeah.
Right. But he didn't do it.
He didn't do
No
nothing.
one did it.
Well, Danny,
did it to himself.
Yeah.
Because he sucks at what he does. But yeah, that was just all terrible. Episode 8. Very, very interesting episode. Opens up with Amy getting smashed on by an old man while she hides under blankets, staring at the mirror at herself. The dude she met from Yahoo Chess.
And staring at like a little demon thing that we found out later was, what it was. So,
Dude, all those flashbacks were... they were okay. You know what? They weren't as bad as some other stuff because I appreciated the briefness of some stuff and then that legitimate context it gave to a lot of stuff, but I didn't need an entire episode based on flashbacks.
I thought it was excellent writing because it just explained that Amy and Danny both have been fucked. Like these aren't what's going on in their life isn't new. They have been miserable forever.
But I could have understood that anyways. Like, I didn't think something different before that. That was my understanding. I didn't necessarily need the context for it.
I thought this was an amazing episode.
I mean, I'm not saying it was bad writing. I'm just saying I didn't need it.
It gives more context to why Amy's fucked up.
And Danny.
And Danny, too, yeah, I guess.
Not why Danny's fucked up, but just gives more context that he is super fucked up.
Right.
And that he's obsessed with Paul. From a very young age. He was like, always wanted Paul and him to be the same person, basically.
Yeah.
That thought that was very, very important. And then he jumped the shit out of church, dude.
Oh my god, dude, yeah.
Started beating his ass. And then we get the revelation that she actually likes Danny more, or likes Danny more.
Right. And I think that was so funny when, fire marshal calls and he's like, "You sure it can't be arson?" He's like, "Dude, why do you sound like you want it to be arson?"
He's like,
it's like, you don't get any money back for that.
He said, "Look, I need this justification. It can't be me, man." And it doesn't matter anyways. He doesn't get money anyways because he was like, "Oh, you can go after the contractor," and the contractor's him.
It was him, yeah.
Yeah,
like, whoever installed this is a freaking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, Danny is pretty stupid. I like the meme that went around the streets for a while. I don't know if you guys saw it at all, but that's not very nice meme from when he was beating up the
yes,
church.
yes. That's not very nice.
Not very nice. That was excellent. And then we get that Danny fucking burning Paul's letters or whatever.
Oh, threw away his college letters. Yeah.
Yeah, his application letters, and didn't let him get in.
That was tough.
That poor guy.
Paul was a promising young strapping lad.
I don't mean to change subject at all, but this is my last note of episode 7. I forgot to get to it. Was the product placement in this show was very obvious.
Burger King.
The Burger King, the Sprint shirt.
I didn't see the Sprint shirt.
It was right as things were going good, and like they were in the house, and he was on his Danny was on his computer wearing a Sprint shirt.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was very like out there, and then the Burger King thing multiple times with the chicken sandwiches and shit. But
those original chicken sandwiches.
I was like,
that shit's tough.
I don't know. I just felt like a couple of them. I was like, wow, you really threw those in there.
Yeah, the Burger King one was strange. I don't understand, but I resonate because I was like, original chicken sandwiches be going crazy. That's what I get when I go, bro. That shit's tough. You get the 2 for 1, bro. Shit, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey. We don't get paid.
We don't, but I gotta represent what I am. Episode 9 is where shit just went.
Shit hit the fan, bro.
Well, episode 8 was when fucking Zane went over to John's house.
Zane, bro.
And he's like, "Hey, what's up?" Being real aggressive and creepy because he wants to set up the gas canister and shit, or the gloves, so he could be like, "Hey, look, she burnt my shit down." But George was already onto it because Amy came clean after the whole cheated conversation. And then he pulls a gun on him, and I was like, "George, you ain't built like this, young blood." And Danny had that survivor in him. He's like, "Give me that gun." Knocks his ass out, runs away. The fucking child's in the car.
Dude, that was hilarious.
I do like the callback to when he's like, "You can get candy out of my truck anytime. I always have Skittles in there." And then she's just chilling in the back of his truck eating Skittles. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
where are we going?
The writing's superb for this series.
What do you mean, where are we going? He pulls up to the apartment with the kid and the dog.
Yeah, he's like, well, so and then to make things worse, start of episode 9, bam, here's Isaac. What's up, motherfucker?
Isaac pulls up.
Bro. I would not have opened that door, dude.
Not even a little bit. You can't.
No way.
No, there's not a chance. You bang on my door like that, that's something sus. And you're telling me, hurry up, open it up?
Especially when it was Bobby and what's-his-face and old Ginger Boy. No, I don't care about them. Not a chance.
Oh. Those dudes are the dudes from the podcast I be seeing everywhere on fucking dumbass Instagram. Well, it's supposed to be Bobby Lee, which is actual co-host, but they couldn't get Bobby because he was in rehab at the time. I looked it up. He was in rehab at the time, so he couldn't film. So they got the one host and a random Asian guy.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Bobby Lee.
No, but they pretended he was.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I didn't look up why he wasn't there. I just assumed they didn't dish out enough money.
I had to look it up because I'm like, okay, you're not gonna get one and not both. I feel like the other guy wouldn't do it if it was just him. Boys for life kind of thing. Or maybe they're snakes like that. You never know. But yeah, no, that door's not getting answered. I'm looking through the peephole first. I'm gonna see Isaac right there. I'm gonna see his big ass, this dirty ass beard and dirty ass hair. I'm like, hell no. Nope. Calling the cops. The parole officer about to book your ass again.
Bro, the Amber Alert.
Hilarious.
Oh my god,
that would have been
so
so
funny.
much better if it was Bobby Lee, bro. Man, I gotta turn off my Amber Alerts.
Yeah, and he's like, oh shit, there's a kid. Isaac just showing how much of a scumbag he is. He's like, all right, we're gonna hold the child for ransom. I'm like, god damn, bro.
That whole scene was just peak what we expected out of Isaac in this series.
That whole episode was good, dude.
Oh man, that was nutso.
Fucking the
Dick
Jordan
Cheney
death
masks.
scene, bro.
Okay,
The what?
I don't know if she died. I think she died.
Oh,
Who?
she died. Jordan.
You're stupid. There's no way you think
Why?
she survived. She got
I
disemboweled.
was gonna say, how do you think she didn't die? I thought you were calling me stupid.
I thought it was just her legs that was caught in there. She just lost a leg.
Bro, they
But-
cut her torso
Bro,
out.
come on.
Hey man, I
dude.
didn't know if it was.
You're bleeding out if it's just your legs anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem. You
was
gonna bleed out
sweet.
for sure. You gotta cauterize that thing immediately. That was.
He cauterized it 2 cut off legs.
You got a chance.
bro.
Just dip her in like the blacksmith
Hey, man,
magma.
look at-
Like, is
look
that
at-
what you're gonna do?
Bro, look at what
Yeah.
happened to Anakin. He's fine.
Bro. I know we're not doing this.
I'm getting gaslit. Yeah, Amy had sets up a lick with Isaac. They try to hit the lick on him. Paul and Danny start becoming the twin dragons and start saving everyone, beating the choked out what's his face, save the kid. The other dude who's not, or who actually is from the podcast with Bobby Lee, he's like, hey, what are y'all doing? Brings him in the crib. The cops start raining the bitch. That was the most realistic part of the entire show. Cops came at the door, just started lighting that bitch up.
Bro, I can't get over the Dick Cheney masks. Like his mom just makes Dick Cheney masks. Homeboy, the ginger dude, and then that's what they got to use. That was too
I
much
think
for
she
me.
just had them. I don't think she makes them. I think she just owns them and she uses them for fetishes.
Damn.
But yeah, it was a crazy thing. And then Paul trying to escape. I thought Paul got got.
I
They
thought he
like,
did
the
too.
lift. He runs out and then you hear, wait. I was like, oh shit. They lit his ass up, bro. I thought this show was about to be the realest shit that ever happened, but it, otherwise happened. But then Amy can't. So this is where I agree with you guys. Amy's a little ridiculous. Can't let it go, and she chases down Danny. Bitch,
Yeah.
if you thought, and she's gonna try to put the blame on Danny and Paul, despite neither of them trying to kidnap her kid, and both actively working to save the kid. And she was like, "I'll put it on them. Let's get them out of here." I'm like, God damn, Amy, you're a fucking op. And then she chases them, and they both go off the cliff careening, and then we get the intro to episode 10, which is
Do we have to talk about that episode?
Y'all didn't like
The
that
last
episode?
one?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, it
You
was,
didn't like Naked and Afraid?
it was pretty doo-doo.
You didn't like the ending?
Don't care.
No, I don't. I didn't need it personally. I get the point of it. Again, we're going back to I understood it, but I didn't need it. Like, it was just two people that were high having a conversation. Like, I can go watch a ridiculous podcast with two 16-year-olds that get high, smoke weed, and talk about whatever bullshit they want, and
It's
it'll be
called
the
Joe
same
Rogan
thing.
Experience.
Yeah, that's pretty true. The last 5 minutes, I will say, with the husband shooting him and them kind of coming together at the end, it makes a complete sense.
That was the ending.
so
that very ending.
I know, and I guess they probably could have done that at the end of episode 9 somehow, but I don't know. I didn't need episode 10.
I didn't either. It was pretty rough.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it's basically episode 10, and the ending gets met with the quote or the classic line of "Misery loves company." Like they need
Yeah,
two
absolutely.
They needed two miserable people to be together. You can't have a miserable person and a happy person. It takes two miserable people. They do not. I'm telling them now. Do not make a season 2 Don't leave it alone. Or if you make a season 2, make it an anthology.
Yeah, do something with Paul or something. Oh,
No,
actually,
not
Paul
even
shot.
Paul. Paul didn't get shot at all. He's fine. He was fine. They didn't shoot him up. Remember because he texted him at the end?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was fine. The cops didn't actually shoot him. I was kind of pissed about that, but it is what it is. My whole thing is, and then George, I didn't like was George tries to pretend to care about Amy after everything that happened. That's what I don't understand how you can like George. George was a fucking stupid piece of shit. It was like, now idiot, I care. I'm gonna shoot Danny. Like, what the fuck? You didn't care when you sent her she said don't call the cops. He called the cops. Almost got her and the kid killed. Said after a track event wanted to see her kid. He takes the kid and runs away. Like he was just a bitch. Period. And then he shows up at the end like, Amy, leave my wife alone, and fucking shoots Danny. I mean, did Danny deserve to get shot? Probably, but not by him. Yeah, don't make a season 2. We don't need to see the relationship. Just leave that shit alone. Leave it alone. The writers did amazing. The actors did good. Steven Yeun is a beast. So I mean,
I didn't know Steven Yeun could sing.
He can do anything. I assume at this point.
He
probably
dance, play football, basketball. He's good at basketball.
Yeah, he was singing, and I was like, hey,
Field
look
hockey?
at this guy, field hockey.
They might dub
Probably.
that over. You don't want to give him credit. They might have dubbed.
I was gonna say I don't know if he sings. I also don't want to give him credit because I don't know if he's a rapist.
No, Danny.
I'm just
Steven
kidding.
Yeun. Oh, okay,
I know you're talking about Steven Yeun, but I love Steven Yeun. I just hope he's a good person.
He is, bro. He is.
Hopefully,
if I keep saying it, it'll be true. He is.
that's facts.
Yeah. So that was Bife. Interesting show to say the least, because I felt like the writing was immaculate and they wrote such an amazing, relatable thing. But I don't know if amazing, relatable story necessarily equals entertainment. So that's the kind of thing I'm trapped in. Because like I said, a lot of it was very hard to watch for me, at least. The episodes felt long, despite only being 35 to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
that's true. Actually,
I feel like a 7 should be where it lands at. But I do want to, like I said at the beginning, this is one of the best written shows, period. Like, the way they did symbolism, storytelling, bringing things around, foreshadowing, it was incredible. But I just feel like what this show is about, you can only be so entertaining.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree, and I legit had a 7 written down as well. I think the writing was really good. I didn't feel as awkward in a lot of scenes as you did, but there was a lot too that I was like, oh, I don't know how much of this like I can do, which was nice because there was only 10 35ers. But yeah, that being said, it was a very good show otherwise. So I'll meet in the middle at a 7.
8.
That's crazy.
I thought
you're always weird. You're such a strange individual.
I thought it was really good. I thought the show was written really well. I thought it was executed really well. Like, yeah, there's stuff that, was uncomfortable to watch or just bothered me in a sense, but not because it was poorly done. Probably more so because it was well done is why it was able to bug me. Like, if it wasn't so well done, it probably wouldn't have had as much of an impact.
That's fair. It's just funny hearing, you talk about a show and then me having like a number in mind for you and then you absolutely just blowing that number out of the water.
Yeah, the way you talked, I thought this was gonna be like a solid 6 to 5.
Oh, jeez. No,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Then you give us the highest score out of everyone. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it was really good.
I never know what you're thinking.
No, I mean, you're like a fucking hurricane.
Can't let these
I don't
dudes know
think
your
you
next
know
move.
what you're thinking.
Hey, man, if I don't know what I'm doing, they don't know what I'm doing.
All right, so we got to do a new show. We got 3 to choose from. We got the Reek's Choice Award because I haven't decided what the fuck I'm going to watch yet. It really depends if I land right here or not. We got Sweet Tooth. I don't know what the fuck that is. That shit look cheeks. I'm going to be real with you. And Miss Marvel, which also looks super dog shit. And Tristan hates me. We're going to spin this motherfucker. We're going to find out what we watching next. I hate my life. So, it's the Reek's Choice Award.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the Miss Marvel.
No.
Not yet.
Okay. We might have to take a break anyways because we got Witcher coming up and stuff. But so
Yeah.
I'll pitch you guys what I have lined up for us, and you tell me what sounds interesting to you. Okay.
The first
Alright.
one.
Okay, I hate you so much. The first thing I had lined up for us that's currently on the list is Baki the Grappler, but not the Netflix one, the old school one, right? That's like 26 episode seasons. I was going to do season 1 for now. And then if we want to come back, we can come back to it later. It's 24 episodes, so it'd be like a 2-week process. I'm also feeling Haikyuu. Y'all know Haikyuu?
Yeah.
I do.
Volleyball series, very excellent sports series. Only thing holding that back is I've seen it before. And the third one really comes down to when I have to check the release schedule for it. But it's called, okay, there's 2 more, I lied. There's Hell's Paradise, which is a new show that ends either this week or next week. So that's very interesting. And then the last one is called Tower of God, which is an animated series with people who are from another world that's live in a tower or some shit like that.
At least I've heard of all of these.
I've heard of Tower of God.
Out of what I just named to you, what sounds appealing to y'all?
Man, I don't care.
I don't really either.
Just pick it.
Man, fuck you. I have 4.
It's
I
your
can't
show,
pick from.
bitch.
I
It's your
can't
show,
pick one. That's
bitch.
why I said pick
it.
one. Pick one.
Do a wheel spin for the wheel spin.
Holy shit. All right, here we go. I'm pulling up a wheel.
Oh my god. I didn't know you were actually going to do it.
Well, I can't pick. I asked opinions. No one got an opinion, so that's it, bro.
It's
I'm
your
telling you like
choice.
that. I said I don't know, didn't I?
I don't know anything about any of these shows besides the names and a little bit.
Yep. All right, cool. We're gonna spin this bitch. People here are really captivated by the spinning of the wheel that they can't see. All right.
Yeah. Well, I
it don't
can't
even
see it
fucking
either.
matter
I'm
'cause
captivated.
it was what it was to begin with. It's fucking Baki. Okay.
There we go.
We're watching OG Baki. All right.
Like I said, the first one.
Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
I was right.
Tristan gets his wish. We gotta spin it again. Just kidding.
Yeah. So we're watching that probably after Witcher Part 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Depends what our schedule looks like and when that we had to check what release day that comes out on.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
So, yeah.
movie next week.
Yeah, I know, motherfucker. I'm talking about when Witcher comes.
Did you know that? You know we have a movie next week.
No, I didn't know that we do our classic alternating thing that we've been doing since 4 years ago or something.
Hey, man.
Yeah. We thanks for hanging out with us today. We had a good time. I want to remind you guys that we have social media. We have a Twitter at BNGBOIS. You don't need to worry about that one at all. We have an Instagram at DABNGBOIS. I don't know if I said that correctly. I just started murmured words together. High key, we're popping over there. Okay? The streets fucks with us on Instagram. All right? You need to get
It's
over
true.
there and join the club and be a part of this because we're posting high quality meme content that are hitting hundreds of thousands of views on Instagram. Right? So be a part of the club. Join us and see when our episodes come out and support us.
He's shockingly not lying this time.
Now we have a TikTok where we're actually megastars. The world loves us. We are the Sean Does Magic of movie and TV review content on TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at DABNGEBOIS where we have a 1 million view video. That's right, 1 million. Take that on your little cigarette, roll that up into a blunt, smoke that bitch. Because we smoking on everyone else out here in these streets. God damn it. With our popping TikTok, motherfucker. We don't even like TikTok. We hate on TikTok every single week we come out here. But we popping over there. Kids love us. Yeah. So next week we're watching The Platform. Looks rather mid.
Platformy? Yeah, I heard it's pretty mid.
Don't know why we put it on there. Someone wants to hate me.
I like the
I'm gonna
concept.
retaliate
The
one of these
concept
days.
was interesting.
We're watching Dragon Ball Evolution because y'all keep doing this. That's about it. We 4th of July we have a double episode, I think, right? No, 2. That's the day after. We have back to back. You guys better be ready for that. We got holiday special. Dragon Ball's coming back out in the streets.
Well, we
Be
don't
ready.
even...
Be prepared. What?
Never mind. I was gonna say something. I decided to hold it in.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, hold that in and smoke that on your asshole. Yeah, man. Thanks.
What
Appreciate
are
you
you
guys
saying?
for being around here. We want to remind you guys with you today. My name was Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
And I want you to remember. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know.